You're still watching Ways. Now, National Administrative Professionals Day, also known as Secretaries Day or Admin Day, recognizes the professionals who keep an office running smoothly every day. Celebrate these professionals on the last Wednesday of the full week in April of each year. The day recognizes the work of secretaries, administrative assistants, receptionists, and other administrative support professionals central to any business. These professionals keep an office organized and efficient. The day is the life of an administrative professional is varied from moment to moment. While organizations is key to their success, their flexibility and ability to handle the unexpected make them valuable to any business. So some of their responsibilities include managing appointments, drafting letters and memos, booking business trips, coordinating appointments, and planning meetings. You know, of course, they take notes sometimes in the meeting, like the what's that word that they say when they are in the meeting? You do the taking the notes and all of that, whatever it is. But you know what? They are, yeah, taking the minutes. Yeah, you know. But they are very important.
Okay, I remember back in the day it was shorthand that.
Secretaries used to do. But you know the thing about secretaries, Omo, respect them.
As in,
you're fine. Let's say your government offices.
You know, till today, I don't know how they're able to take minutes and they take it accurately. Like they don't miss any point.
It's a skill.
Remember, oh my goodness,
it's a skill.
That's an amazing skill.
It's a skill.
I wish I had it.
All right, so we're starting with you. What's your story?
All right, so today I'm actually talking about today's story basically is about Lagosians who are Keke Napep drivers. So the Lagos Keke Napep drivers protest alleged harassment by MC Oluomo. So apparently some tricycle riders on Tuesday staged a protest against the alleged incessant harassment and attack from armed thugs loyal to the chairman of Lagos State Park and Garage Committee, Musliu Akinsoya, aka MC Oluomo, in the command and marine area of the state. During the demonstration, the protesters were seen carrying placards inscribed with different messages that explained their grievances in the hands of MC Oluomo and his foot soldiers. The message includes MC Oluomo is killing us, no more Oluomo at Ifako Ijaye, we want Tawan, amongst others. The protesters were also heard jointly chanting, we don't want Oluomo again. Apparently, the tricycle riders are basically protesting that they do not want MC Oluomo to be their chairman. But apparently, I don't think that's possible because he's actually the chairman of the Lagos State Park. So, I mean, they have like, they have to take it like to
something funny happened with that thing. NURTW had some issues with him at the national level. Yeah. So he was suspended. Okay. Then all of a sudden the Lagos State government now creates this
their own Lagos
State, yes, whatever. So you can't come and tell them that it's a national.
That's what I'm saying. It's a Lagos State.
So it tells you that the man has some level of influence. So I hope they listen.
I do.
I just pray that they don't start to fight and kill people.
I just pray that it doesn't even become like a very, very disastrous
situation.
Yeah.
All right. So this story caught my attention. I don't know why I feel funny with the conversation, right? Okay. Let me just read what the headline says. It says federal government, according to the Punch newspaper, says federal government targets 21 million jobs from investments. It says the federal government is planning to generate 21 million full-time jobs through massive investment in social infrastructure and services. The Minister of State, Finance, Budget and National Planning, Prince Clem Agba, said on Monday. Now, according to him, the decision to generate 21 million jobs was one of the outcomes of the current National Development Plan, which sought to lift 35 million people out of poverty by 2025. He stated this at a workshop on harmonizing and finalizing of monitoring and evaluation framework for the implementation of the second national program of actions, which held in Abuja. So Agba said that this would set the stage for achieving the current regime's commitment to lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years.
Why is this conversation happening now?
So thank you. So that's why I say that the thing just rubs me off wrongly, because sometimes when our government people are talking, do they really sit down to understand what it would take to actually take 35 million people out of poverty by 2025. This is just in 2 years' time.
Which is not.
So this is a country where we still see empowerment being Keke Napep and grinding machine, you know, and all of that. Petty trading and all of that. That is most of the empowerment that you see, or they give them this petty cash of 5,000 naira. So how do you exactly? What is the plan? What's the blueprint to say you truly can achieve this in 2 years' time? To say, you know what, by 2025. 35 million Nigerians will be out of poverty. So do they just feel like, okay, because it's the election season, and we want to sound right, we want to sound like, you know, we're saying all the things that we think the people want to hear. Like, it's really tiring.
It is tiring. I feel like Nigerians have been insulted too much and for too long, and the fact that, you know, this is something that they've been doing, like, you know, from years to come. Whenever it's close to either a gubernatorial election or a presidential election, you're always seeing the federal government or the government actually coming to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Or commissioning things.
Exactly. So you're coming now to tell the Nigerian youths that you've said that are lazy people, and then you, the government, that haven't even provided infrastructures and things that would even help them come out of that poverty. Now you're coming to tell us that in 2 years we should expect the better Nigeria, but you have to wait till 2021 to start telling us that. I mean, sorry, to 2022.
And you know, the funny thing is that, so the regime's plan for taking 100 million Nigerians out of poverty by
25.
No, in 10 years, right? Okay. In 10 years. Taking what's it called, 100 million Nigerians out of poverty. Where is your data? Where are the parameters? What are you benchmarking?
What is even the projection?
What's the projection? What's the current state of the people that you want to say, okay, they want to be out of poverty come 10 years time? Even the 10 years now, when did it start to count? Was it counting when you joined? Because if it was counting when you joined office, it means 8 years is almost gone. Right? So where are your numbers, statistics, your report sheet?
Exactly.
To say this is where we started from, this is where we are.
I am very much interested in the projection, because it's more like you're saying in 10 years you're expecting 100 million.
You want 100 million? That's like half of the population of Nigerians.
Exactly. So I need to see, between the first year, what are you expecting to achieve? The second year, what are you expecting to achieve? Till the 10th year, because you can't just tell us 100 million jobs and then...
No, because that's why they just like to sound...
Nigerian.
You know, see, go to any place today. Today, I was in 2 places.
Yeah.
Randomly, I was at a market. I was parked in the car. My mom was trying to shop some things to cook a meal, right? I was sitting in the car. Next thing, somebody comes and says, they see you for church. They greet you when they park. And I said, sorry, excuse me, what church? And I said, hey, I be in a house on the rock. I be in a elevation church. I said, sorry, I don't go to those churches. And I said, oh. He said, no, okay, it's just that, sorry, ma, don't be offended. I knew where he was going. And ma, just maybe you can buy me 1 cup of rice. I'm hungry and whatever. Like, so after I left that one, I went to park where she wanted to use the ATM. I think she went to the bank or something. Somebody again just knocked. 2 people this time around. One woman that was well dressed, another boy, young boy that was looking a bit haggard. So the point I'm trying to drive at is, you don't even understand. Do you even understand the current poverty level?
Yeah.
These statistics that they are giving us that we read online sometimes, it is not even the reality.
Exactly.
A lot of people cannot afford. That's why any little thing right now that happens, right, it triggers, you know, all these kinds of looting, stealing, it triggers it, because everybody seems to be, at that point where
it's terrible.
It's either I steal or I die.
And then it's now becoming, like I mentioned yesterday, the whole man inhumanity to man is not looking as if they don't even, like, so far as you're not my brother directly or you're not my sister directly, I
can kill you, I can do anything.
I can do anything. So now it's just like Nigerians that are seeing, I mean, we are all seeing these things that is happening. And the reason why this conversation keeps happening every day is because, I mean, a couple of people, individuals, brands, TV stations, radio stations, I mean, everybody is hammering it on Nigerians that, guys, 2023 is so important. It's so important that if we do not choose right, the next 8 years, not even 4 years, because we know Nigeria, we know how these things are. The next 8 years is going to be worse than this. I mean, imagine during the lockdown, I heard that some hoodlums actually came into some estates to harass people on the island.
Of course.
So I mean, this is really crazy, which means that in your own
home, we started donating things to feed the community so that they can calm their nerves. But so I mean, we're just sitting on the keg of gunpowder, but we'll take a break now. I want to discuss Lagos State government. Stay with us. We'll be right back.